Alright. Alright, it looks so crunchy. Um... So what's happening, party people? So what's going on with... Did not mean to hit my fucking mic. So what's going on with Ratchet and Clank Size Matters here? They recently, and by recently I mean... Oh god, the game is so quiet. Jesus. So they recently ported this game to PS4, PS5 with trophies. I got all the trophies on the PS5 version. Let's play the PS4 version, get all the trophies. So this isn't just a port of the game. This was a PSP game that then got ported to PS2 without upscaling anything. And here's the wild thing. This is a home console version of the game, PS4, PS5. This is not a port of the original home console version, the PS2 version of this game. This is a port of the PSP version of the game. What does that mean? Oh my god. Hit the wrong fucking button. Okay, yeah, the touchpad is the start button. New game? New save data? Yes, save data. So, the original version, like, PSP didn't have trophies, PS2 didn't have trophies. Trophies didn't come around until, like, halfway through the PS3's launch cycle. Or the PS3's life cycle. So... Why is the game so quiet?
Much better. The sun is murder today. I swear, Clank, I'm done with all that hero stuff. Now, let somebody else save the universe. I need a little me time.
If there is trouble, then it is our duty to ensure that...
Nah! What'd you do that for? Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm taking pictures for my school project. I'm doing a report on heroes, and I recognize you from the newspaper. You're Ratchet, right?
Well, I see you have a knack for recognizing greatness.
I was wondering if it would be possible to get some pictures of you doing some heroic action.
Well, I would, but there's really not much heroic work to do around here. Oh, I can lift Clank over my head, though. How about that?
I was thinking maybe you could fight some robots or something. I know where you could find them.
I do have a massage scheduled in 15 minutes, but... Oh, what the heck. I could use a bit of exercise. Come on, buddy. Let's put on a good show for our little reporter here.
I am going to regret this.
So here comes some really fun design choices in making the PSP version of this game the one that they port. First of all, I'm just going to double check subtitles. Audio visual subtitles on, please. Progress is saving. When you see this icon on the screen, do not remove your memory stick duo or turn off your PSP. They didn't even change the fucking screen. Okay, so it's a little tight on Ratchet here. It sure would be great to change the camera at all. Too bad you can't move the camera up or down. Too bad the camera only moves left and right. Too bad this is all you get for camera. And also, to crouch, you gotta hold the left and the right buttons, because the left and right bumpers, L1, R1, also control the camera, and L2, R2 do nothing, because the PSP didn't have that. The best kind of game camera, a shitty one. It is so bad. Luckily, we're given a couple free weapons. Awful. So, we are going to be working on getting the Platinum Trophy. I'm not great at video games, and I especially hate this one. So, we're not going to get it in a day. I've seen some, you know, streams, people get it in like 6 or 8 hours. Not today. Let me double check. I can actually probably open up. So what constitutes getting all the trophies in this game? Come on. That button maybe? Cool, nothing wants to load. That's fine.
Press the L button and R button at the same time to crouch. Press the X
Shut up, Luna.
button while crouching to do a high jump.
I could probably pull up a list somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pull up a list on... Okay, no. Ratchet and Clank. Size. Matters. PS4. Trophies. So it includes defeating all the bosses, having 1 million bolts, not like collecting 1 million bolts, having a million hold 1 million bolts at any time. Get all the gadgets, collect a piece of armor. This game has armor sets, so get a piece of armor and then get a full set of armor. And then there's getting the bolts, getting the collectible bolts. It looks like we only need half of the skill points. However, it's just better to get all of the skill points because one of the later ones is going to the secret level full of dev stuff. And to do that, you need all the skill points. So we'll probably just be getting all the skill points, collect all the weapons, fully upgraded weapon, purchase a super weapon, weapon mod, get the Rhino of this game. Lots of miscellaneous objectives of revisit this level, kill this specific enemy that only appears on a revisit to a level, lose a race on purpose. Lots of little miscellaneous, lots of fun little miscellaneous things. So, come on. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be oh so fun. Come on, there we go.
Press L button and R button and the X button while running to do a long jump.
Because that's not fucking convoluted. I'll just do that.
Select to enter first person mode. Aim and fire the target on the gate to open it.
At the very least, there is strafing in this game, which was something that was sorely missing from the very first one. So, normal walking is the analog stick, strafing is the directional buttons, which still feels weird, but at least it's there. It's better than just not having those buttons mapped to anything. So the development of this game is really odd to me. Because, okay, so after the development of Ratchet and Clank 3, where there was a lot of crunch at Insomniac Games and, you know, a lot of unfortunate, you know, yeah, lots of unfortunate instances of, like, some developers not being treated well, things of that nature. People didn't like the long working hours that comes with crunch. So a few of the original developers of the Ratchet and Clank trilogy spun off into their own studio called High Impact Games. And they got a handful of IPs from Sony. Sony-owned IPs, PlayStation-owned IPs, to make games for the PSP. So they made this, they made Secret Agent Clank. I believe they made Daxter, the spin-off Jak and Daxter game for the PSP, which was honestly not bad. That one was pretty good. It's probably I would say Daxter's probably the best game they made. I just really enjoy Daxter a lot. But so the philosophy behind the people who left Insomniac to start High Impact was that they didn't super like the direction that Ratchet and Clank was going. They wanted to make a game that was more like Ratchet and Clank 1, which, unfortunately, includes removing a lot of quality of life things. I don't know why they thought that would be a great idea, but they decided to remove some quality of, like, the Magna Boots make a return in this game, which are slower, clunkier, and you can't jump on magnetic surfaces. Like, in subsequent games, you got the gravity boots, which did the same thing and allowed you to jump on magnetic surfaces. Here, from what I remember, you can't do that, and you walk very slowly on magnetic surfaces. And there's the first trophy. And just while we're at it, hop in the water here. We'll get another trophy. Fuck it. There's a skill point for speed running through this section. We can just do that real quick, I guess. I think it's easier to kill enemies and then do it again, but fuck it. Aww.
Press the X button while crouching to do a high jump.
The whole thing reset. Fuck. That's fine. Oh no, more XP for my weapons. God forbid. Alright, let's double check the vendor real quick. 10,000? Can I? Nope. That's fine.
Press the L button and R button at the same time to crouch. Press the X button while crouching to do a high jump.
I mean, with any luck, one of our weapons will be level 2 by the time we're... I mean, okay. To be fair, for a tutorial level, this one is not the worst. Pokataru is a fun, returning level from the first game.
Aim and fire at
Oh,
the
yeah.
target on the gate to open it.
But with luck, we'll have some more levels in our weapons by the time we're done here.
To quick select another weapon. Try using the analog stick to select the acid bomb glove.
No. I'm gonna save the acid bomb glove for the enemies down here when they're more of a threat. Can I just, like... We love cramped spaces where the camera's a physical thing that can get caught on geometry. There we go. Getting its marketing hype cycle? Oh, for sure. I mean, it's one of their biggest franchises. I would be surprised if they didn't market Wilds. Now, to be fair, I remember there's a lot of marketing behind World. I don't remember any marketing around Rise. Like... as somebody who doesn't play Monster Hunter, I remember when Monster Hunter World came out, it feels like Monster Hunter Rise had a very sneaky drop, probably because they're marketing 6 months in advance, and Rise basically had 2 months. Alright, let's go to the fucking checkpoint this time. There we go. Now I can die.
Wow, that was super. I can't wait to show everyone the pictures.
Hey, Quark.
Quark?
Clank! What a coincidence! What are you doing here?
I am trailing Ratchet and Clank to see what they are doing, so I can join in on their next adventure.
Hey, that's what I'm doing! No, wait, I mean,
Do you not have somewhere else to go? Home to your family, perhaps?
Hey, Cork. Nice hat. Sorry, Cork. What? Was that your mother's hat or something? Seriously, dude, it's just a hat.
It's not that. It's my mother and father. I never knew my family. I was given up for adoption as a baby and was raised by monkeys.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Perhaps you should attempt to find your real parents.
It's like CTR.
There she
Crash
is.
Team Rumble or Crash Team Racing.
Looks like I'm gonna be late for my massage. Let's go.
Controlled beta test. What are you talking about? CBT, controlled beta test. Or closed beta test. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a closed beta test. All right.
Magnetic surfaces using your gravity boots. Try walking
Oh,
up that
cool.
wall.
Okay, gravity boots. So I can jump on them. but I do walk slower. Okay, so it's vaguely... It's still a downgrade. Which is fucking ridiculous to me. Okay, time for our first collectible. Well, besides the armor, I guess. Time for our first bolt. So, apparently, when it comes to the titanium bolts in this game, like the big bolt collectibles, apparently they were placed by an intern with no oversight because the game was in crunch mode. It was like, oh, we forgot to place the collectibles. You, do it, quick. It's as good as it looks? We'll see. I never wish bad things for a game. I never want a game to be bad. But
Use the directional buttons to make Ratchet strafe in any direction.
I also think that it's not going to be like Worlds. They probably have a new innovative... They probably have new ideas for the franchise and want to innovate and make a new experience rather than Monster Hunter World Plus. You know? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's new mechanics, new weapon play styles and stuff, you know, that kind of innovation. Now, I know what people are thinking. My god, you've spent half an hour on the tutorial planet, the tutorial level. This is gonna take forever. Don't worry, there's only 10 levels. This is an incredibly small game.
Strafe with the analog stick. You may set this option in the camera and controls menu of the options screen.
So don't worry, we're actually doing pretty good. Unfortunately. Is that everybody? Okay. Think the story or it being open world is going to be different enough? Yeah. I don't think it, like... I played a little bit of Worlds, but that again fell into the category of, oh, the group of friends is going to be reinterested in this game for like a month. And that's just not the kind of game I like to play alone. A lot of these were just like spin-offs. One of my childhood friends, big fan of used to think a lot of these were just like spin-offs. One of my childhood friends was a big fan of PS2 platformers. Oh no, like so legitimately, Ratchet and Clank is a fucking incredible franchise. Like, I think I often like overhype it, but I think it is. So Size Matters is a spin-off because it is not by the original company and they don't really recognize it. Like, this one is Ratchet and Clank in name alone. They don't really recognize this one, but This is the most in-depth an armor system has been in a Ratchet and Clank game. They bring, I think, okay, I guess that's not fair. Rift Apart, the most recent one, it took them almost 20 years to go back to an armor style this in-depth. This is an incredibly in-depth armor system. It's really good. I love the armor system in this game. You find pieces of armor, and then having a complete set gives you an ability, and then you can mix and match certain types to find secret armor sets that give new different abilities.
Throw his wrench at enemies. Crouch
Yes,
the L
yes,
and
yes.
R buttons.
I'm gonna turn that off. Audio, help desk, text, and voice off. But yeah,
Press the square button to throw the wrench.
Deadlocked is canon. Deadlocked is not a spin-off, and in fact, Deadlocked is one of the best ones. I'm gonna say it. It's really interesting because for a lot of people, for a lot of people, Deadlocked is either in like your top 3 Ratchet and Clank games or your bottom 3. There are people who either love Deadlocked or just don't think about it. But it is canon and it's good. It's fun. It was innovative for, you know, the time. But a lot of these games, like abilities, skills, locks to specific sets, or can mix and match all the pieces separately. The abilities are locked to the armor sets. So like, hang on. We'll just look. So right now we're only collecting the wildfire set. When you collect all the wildfire set, your wrench gets a fire upgrade. Like it does fire damage. The issue then becomes the wildfire set is the lowest armor ranking. You see our damage reduction is currently 10. Each piece separately gives like 5% damage reduction, and then a complete set, I think, bumps it up to 30. Like gives you an additional 10% instead of just the 20 that it would be normally. Later armor sets in general just give more of an armor reduction, so it makes more sense to use better and better armor sets just so you're getting more damage reduction. But then it becomes, you know, like you don't get the fire effect anymore. The next set I think is acid damage, and then there's one that does explosive damage, ice damage. But then you can mix and match and get like, you can mix the ice set with the fire set. And there's a I think it's called cold fire or something, but it like will freeze enemies and leave a patch of fire on the ground, so they're stuck in place while taking fire damage. If I remember right, that is what one of the sets is. They'd go for a mix and match system with levels like the weapons normally do. No, it's the... That is one thing I am kind of disappointed in with this game. So, full disclosure, this is the worst Ratchet and Clank game. I have a couple things I do like praising about this game. This game fucking blows. So, this is a port of the PSP version of the game. They couldn't even port the, like, PS2 version of this game. So the camera only goes left and right. You can't move the camera up and down. This is the best you get for a camera. A lot of the mini games are just mediocre at best. In theory, they're really good. In execution, they're poor. None of the weapons really feel good to use. Like, none of them are interesting. None of the weapons are interesting to use. You get, like, a blaster. You get, bombs. But, like, they do a little twist on each one, except the blast. I don't think the blaster has an interesting twist, but, like, it's bomb, but acid. The shotgun is shotgun, but electric damage. There's, like, a beehive you can throw out as, like, an auto turret, and it only has, like, 4 bees in it. Do you at least get Dark Clank? Not in this one. No, there is a Dark Clank in this one. But it's a segment that was all a dream. There's a level in this game that is straight up, it was all a dream. And at the end of that segment is a fight against like an evil nightmare Clank. But no, it was the other PSP Ratchet and Clank game, which was just called Secret Agent Clank. That's the one that brought back Dark Clank, Evil Clank. Clunk is his name. Oh man. But yeah, there's a lot wrong with this game. There's like right now this is meant to, God, it does not look awesome. Like it looks like a it looks like a PSP game running at 30 frames per second. Oh boy, skill point. I think that one was like get through this segment without taking damage? Maybe? I can look in a second. But yeah, they don't talk about this one at all. This one doesn't matter. Size matters, doesn't matter. Hang on, I'm gonna double check. Skill points, train faster, don't rock the boat, complete the boat challenge without taking a single hit, do cows get crabby? Okay. I'm gonna try, yeah, I'm gonna grab this before triggering the cutscene.
Acquired. Proceeding to Galadon.
Help me!
At least the other Borderlands games reference pre-sequel.
I can't believe we lost her. Why would they want a little girl?
I do not believe they were after her. I believe they were after this.
Well, this is, what is this?
If my memory bank serves me correctly, I believe it is a Technomite artifact.
Yeah, right. Seriously, what is it?
It is a Technomite
Look,
artifact.
Clank, that girl is in trouble and we can help her. Technomites are just some fairy story that parents tell their kids to explain how technology works. They don't really exist.
I believe they do exist, and this could prove it. That is why those robots wanted that child to get this object.
Did we? Did you? Whoa, that was quite a jog. Is that what I think it is? Oh, gimme, gimme, gimme! I haven't seen one of these since... Well, I've never actually seen one, but I've heard stories about the Technomites and their mystical objects.
There are no Technomites!
But this is our only lead. If you want to help that girl, we should follow the coordinates etched on the side.
Fine. Let's get out of here. See ya, Quark. And please, stay out of our way this time.
So, I've not tried the orange dreamsicle monster. I'm only drinking the tea ones, the rehabs, because this whole can is only 25 calories, 4 grams of sugar. Like, this is an energy drink that is mostly tea and keeps, you know, it's not awful for me, but I've not tried the dreamsicle. Sounds good, though.
Yeah, the Technomites are real tricky that way. All right, let's get this over with. Where are we going?
Well,
I'd go that way, but that's just me.
Oh, Quark. Why can't you just leave us alone?
Look, I can help you. I've been here before.
do you know where we should take this object?
Of course I do. But what's in it for me?
You want to find your family, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, if you tell us where to go, you can stay here and use our ship's computer to research your family history.
Ooh, great idea. I'll do it.
Quark, where do we take the artifact?
I'll try that big building. For some reason, the good stuff is always in the biggest buildings.
Thanks, Quark. You've been helpful.
So I do know a bit. Yes, Technomites are new. Okay, so I do know a bit of the production history behind this game. So after Ratchet and Clank 3, Up Your Arsenal. Up Your Arsenal was subject to a lot of crunch, and a few people left Insomniac Games after that. Around the time that they were starting Ratchet Deadlocked, Ratchet and Clank 4. Around the time they were... So they thought they were going to be making a few of these or something. So, I have many issues with the story of this game. So, this was put into production around the... Okay. Some people left Insomniac Games after the crunch from Ratchet and Clank 3 and started a company called High Impact Games. They did this. The ones I can think of, they did this, Secret Agent Clank, and then the Daxter spin-off game for PSP, which is good. I like that one. But Sony gave them Ratchet and Clank to be like, hey, you guys made Ratchet and Clank games. Like, your company is made of people who worked on Ratchet and Clank. Make us a Ratchet and Clank game for PSP. So they did. No, Batman Lego game. The Lego Batman games were Telltale. Telltale Games are the ones that do all the licensed Lego games. Change topic now. No. So, High Impact Games was made up of ex-Insomniac employees that worked on Ratchet and Clank games. It seemed like a no-brainer. So this started on PSP and then was ported to PS2. However, this is a port. This is a PS4, PS5 port of the PSP version, not the PS2 version, for some fucking reason. When you save your game and stuff, it says, please do not turn off your PSP console. Please don't remove your Memory Stick Duo PSP memory card, or whatever their proprietary memory card was called. This is a port of the PSP version of the game for PS4, PS5, not the PS2 version, which baffles me. So they made this game, but their design philosophy was to, let's return Ratchet and Clank to its roots. You know, instead of evolving the franchise, let's take away some quality of life things. Let's make it more like the original game. Like the tutorial level we were just on is from, I love the PSV, but absolutely fuck Sony for how grossly overexpensive the memory sticks were. Truly, honestly, it fucking blows. Those memory stick duos, God, those were fucking expensive. But that's why, like, the camera only goes left and right and doesn't go up and down, and that, like, to crouch you have to hold both of these buttons, these two, like, L1, R1, and L1, R2 don't do anything. Yeah, like, new games on the PSP were like $30 to $40, and those memory sticks were like 50. It was fucking ridiculous. So, this game was made by ex-Insomniac employees wanting to return to the roots of Ratchet and Clank. So they took away some quality of life things. They heavily reduced character progression. Like, Ratchet in this game is very much like he was in the first game. He's very curt with people, like we just saw in that cutscene. They were like, hey, our only lead is this artifact. Here is physical proof that a fairy tale is real. Which, on paper, it's dumb. I hate it so much. Because they live in a highly advanced science fiction society. Interplanetary travel, tons of alien races, tons of alien technology. And they have fucking fairy tales. It is a fairy tale. To be like, oh, technomites live in technology, and they're the reason technology works. Like, they're like, it's a fairy tale parents tell their kids to explain how technology works. That's dumb, in my opinion. I hate that a lot. And then the twist of the game is that, like, they find a technomite artifact, and they're like, look, the fairy tales are true. Technology isn't run by technology, it's run by little people inside of the technology. It's not electricity that makes things go, it's a dozen little guys in hamster wheels spinning to power the electricity. That's how it feels. It has never been referenced before, it's never been brought up. And it sucks because the shrink ray gimmick of the game, we don't have the shrink ray yet, but like that's the whole thing is, you know, of size matters. It was on a little handheld, and then you can shrink in the game.
Those cameras just keep
There's a
coming.
couple levels that
What
you
do
have to
do?
shrink to go
Just
to,
ignore them.
and it's
They are
wasted.
probably an automatic security system.
All right, let's keep moving. They blow up real good though.
Oh, also Quark's whole thing of like, I'm just gonna use the internet to look up my family. That's dumb. Quark's whole thing of like, I never knew my family. Nobody in this franchise knows their parents. Why is it special that Quark gets his... I was thinking there were going to be like a looming threat that everyone thinks are superstitions that are actually real, just long forgotten. They are. They are. The whole thing of the Technomites, I don't care about spoilers for this game, if I'm being honest. The whole like twist of the Technomites is that they are a long forgotten civilization, and they're like, we're tired of people taking advantage of our technology, you know? We want to be given real credit, you know? We're not a fairy tale. We want people to give us proper credit for for technology. Which does not work. Creating a fairy tale to explain science fiction technology feels like we're working backwards. You know, there's that thing of like, oh, magic is just technology that's so advanced we don't understand it, or whatever the quote is. But like, I hate the story of this game so much. Like, Ratchet is an asshole in this game, and he was only ever an asshole in the first game, and his whole arc was, I'm not going to be an asshole anymore. They still make him an asshole in this game. Yeah, but not that magic is so advanced. Invent new story.
Whoa, hang on there. Now be careful with that. Whew, that was a close
My
one.
new story is that Ratchet gets eaten right here in this cutscene. Fuck this guy. I did it. I'm magic. I'm the Technomite.
I finally perfected my Sproutomatic.
Sproutomatic, you say? How does it work?
By shooting mimic plants, you can make them follow you. Then, by using it to water electrosoil, the plant will hop in and transform itself into a platform, a creature.
So you can see in the
whatever you
fucking
need.
future.
Did you hear that, Ratchet? That would come in very handy.
Yeah, great.
Since you helped with the final
Fucking
test,
poggers,
we'll give you a
Plantvore.
prototype to try for yourselves.
And certainly not magic. It's a grower. Do you get it? Because the name of the game is Size Matters. It's a penis joke. Ratchet and Clank, believe it or not, is full of penis joke. Sludge boots. Delicious sludge boots. Okay. Made of fact, Ratchet and Clank are both euphemisms for penis. She ratchet my clank till I size matters. Alright, oh, one. The cackle that got... That got a cackle? That got a cackle out of you? Holy shit. She ratchet my clank until I PS2. Surprise attack is the most effective. She ratchet up my size until I matter. Nah, there's tons of, like, it's one of those things where, like, at first I think it's funny how often they have, like, sex jokes in the title for their games. The only one I'm mad they couldn't get away with is the other Ratchet and Clank game I was thinking about playing is called Ratchet and Clank All for One, because it was like a multiplayer game up to 4 playable characters. It was originally called Ratchet and Clank 4Play, and I'm so mad they couldn't get away with that. The Sony censors said no. Fucking cowards. Okay, hang on. I can't... So, it's a skill point to get the plants to eat these guys. Eat them. No, don't... Damn it. Ratchet and Clank Heavy Orginess. Heavy or... That's close enough to Heavy Ordnance. Oh my god. Please, just eat them. Damn it. Okay. I'll come back once I have the... I do like the little Kratos guys. I'll come back once I have the, like, shield thing, and I'll get the skill point then, when I'm not constantly in fear of taking damage. We'll have to come back for that. Alright, but yeah, some other ones, like there was Ratchet and Clank, I think it was called, Into the Nether, and it was about, like, there was, like, an alternate, like, dark reality thing, but, the working title for that one was called, Ratchet and Clank Nether Regions, I think. But, other, like, there's some that they actually got away with, like, going commando, up your arsenal, size matters. There were some other, like, double entendres that they got away with. Oh, hey. Cool. My health upgraded as I died. Awesome game. They got away with some good ones, so this is most likely my bad memory? What's your bad memory? Cool. Why? Eat him. Eat him. PS2 have like 2 controller ports natively, required multi-adapter to use 4. Yes. Right? Yes, it's got 2... I'm looking at it right now, you can't really see it, but it's like right there by my thumb. You can see the memory card, the little white plastic of the memory card. Yeah, it's got 2 native controller ports, and then it's got 2 USB ports that you could attach. Like, there were some, like, USB controllers. PS2 had 1 controller port. Me when I lie. First anti-friend gaming console. There are a number of these Sony exclusives that were 4-for-alls. Yeah, but the Ratchet and Clank All for One, the 4-player one, was PS3. That was a PS3 game. Yeah, the 2 Ratchet and Clank games that had like Ratchet and Clank 3 had like a 2-player Ratchet and Clank 3 had a 2-player I'm just not going to worry about this skill point for right now. Fuck it. We'll get the skill point, but I'm not going to worry about it. It existed like the Crash Bandicoot 4-player one? No. So there are 2 Ratchet and Clank games for the PS2 that were 2-player. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal had a 2-player versus mode, and it actually had some online functionality too. You could go into like online servers and like battle people online in this sort of there's like a King of the Hill mode. There was a capture the flag mode. It was pretty fun. But Ratchet and Clank Deadlocked, the 4th Ratchet and Clank game, actually had yeah, King of the Hill mode. Damn it, Bobby. That one had the whole campaign you could play 2-player. Nope, that's not the one I want. Get out of here. So we need to use that to destroy that. I feel like they could do a fun Ratchet and Clank co-op game where you use them sort of more parallel to each other instead of just teaming up on the same crowd. So there was a... They make Clank Science Magic by the end. So Clank's sections have always been more of a puzzle section. He uses little, like, they're called Gadgebots. But he uses, like, these little... We're actually about to hit a Clank section in this game. But it's about, like, oh, I need to find a way to navigate little platforming sections, and I need to make one of my little guys wait on this button that holds a door open so I can run to the other side and hold the door open, and then he can... You know, I'll hit follow, and then they'll follow me through the still open door. But there was one of the... Yeah, they're more of puzzle sections. But in Ratchet and Clank, the Future Trilogy on PS3, they did give him some more time stop abilities. Like, because there was more story going on about, like, his creator and stuff. And his creator was basically the god of time. And that was... I still really love all that shit. But, after the Future Trilogy, which was really good, they hit sort of a lull, which is where I'm at in the mainline Ratchet and Clank games that I'm playing. So, the next one that I have to play, Ratchet and Clank All for One, you can play as Ratchet, Clank, Quark, and Dr. Nefarious, who's a returning villain over the course of the franchise. All of them have their own special ability, that the other one can't use. Like, Quark, I think, has a kind of a big, like, brute shield ability. Dr. Nefarious can turn invisible. Ratchet has, I think, some exclusive weapons. Clank has his time stop ability. He has, like, a little time bomb he can throw out, and it creates a bubble that freezes time and slows down enemies and stuff. From what I remember. So yeah, that is more of a, they're fighting side by side. Like, you get a co-op piece, like, you get a co-op computer character. So, like, if you play as Ratchet, Quark, or Nefarious, you get Clank on your back, and then during combat, Clank will jump off and use weapons and fight alongside you to mimic having a friend. If you pick Clank, I think Quark rides on your back for, like, the funny effect of big guy ride on little guy back. But in the one after that, it's a tower defense game. Ratchet and Clank, it's called Full Frontal Assault in America, but in Europe, like in other regions, it's called Q-Force. And that is a tower defense game. There's like 4 levels, and that one was designed with friends in mind, where it's like, okay, one person stays behind, builds up defenses, defends the fort, while the other person goes and explores the level, you know, fights more enemies, and actually works towards the objective of defeating the boss in the other fort. Fuck, that sounds really fun. It is fun if you can play it with friends. I have never gotten the opportunity. Yeah, no, it's not bad.
Yeah, great. It's locked.
It was just experimental.
Oh, looks like we'll never find out what that weird.
I would say
Come
that
on, let's go.
after
I am
the
able to squeeze through this crevice. Wait here, and I will unlock it from the inside.
I would say that like the
Alright,
Future
just
trilogy
don't take all day.
is like good story, good solid, like that's a good solid Ratchet and Clank trilogy. And then there's a trilogy after that, like the last 3 games for PS3, experimental. They were all really short and they were all experimental. Like Ratchet and Clank All for One takes place entirely on one planet and it's co-op. That was new, that was experimental. Full Frontal Assault / Q-Force only has a handful of levels, tower defense, still co-op. Again, they were trying things. And then Into the Nether, which is considered the last of the Ratchet and Clank Future games. It's a direct sequel to A Crack in Time. That one's shorter too, maybe only 6 levels. It's not big and it doesn't need to be. But that's like a nice little cherry on top of the Ratchet and Clank Future games. Like, it's honestly a nice little cap to the whole PS3 era of Ratchet and Clank. But it also has like, it has some like side scroller levels, and Clank gets new puzzle mechanics in that game. Really like Orcs Must Die. I've heard really good things about Orcs Must Die. Hey, this is the exact kind of puzzle I was just talking about. They wait on button, I stand on next button, I bring them through. I've heard Orcs Must Die 3 is really good, and you don't need to play the other ones to get into it. Oh, cool. I can't damage these enemies. Only my little guys can. That's fun. Fuck you. Always felt that they're missing some things like classes should have a map positioning. I don't think I've ever seen that in a tower defense game. I feel like that's slept on. Ah, shit. Fuck you. Shit. Okay. Classes should have a map positioning. I don't know what that means. Some classes are more effective at the front of the wave than the closer to... Oh, okay. God. Oh, this section is really fucking long. Turn slowly. Throw little guy. Pick up, turn slowly. Ugh. Man. Might be really good up have exclusive towers that he might want to place up front because their specific utility. Okay. So it's not so much about the specific units. It's not that specific units have specific places that they're more effective at. It's that you pick a character at the beginning of a level that has their own specific units to place. And like whatever class you pick, whatever character you pick will have specific units to place in the tower defense. Is that what you're getting at? Okay. Hang on, I just want to make sure that there's not... Okay, I don't think there's any... I'm not going to be missing any bolt... I don't think Clank has any bolts in his section, any collectible bolts, and I don't think there's a skill point I'm going to be missing here. Huh? The enemies just didn't load in this area. Cool. What a great game. It's so incredible that even the remaster, special port, or whatever didn't get any kind of quality of life improvements. Except there are, whatchamacallem, save states. Playing where that could yield some interest. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I saw a new message pop up. Then it's gonna stop me, and it's gonna show me... Oh boy, darts! Darts. Or... Run. Cool. I love that those guys could totally attack. What in the Lego enemy? Oh, you know. You know how shit be. Hang on, the cat's going fucking nuts. Ugh. Yep. Probably unplug my headphones. What? I know. Okay, buddy. You gonna be quiet now? Okay. He's just under my desk. No. What? What do you want? Time for some bullshit. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh. I think he wants attention. Okay, so this section fucking blows, so we have 6 little dudes that have to follow us down a ramp with falling boulders. If one of them dies, we have to walk all the way back up there to get him back. Oh, I think one of the little guys just got caught on geometry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he made it. Holy shit, he made it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this should be the bottom. Hooray, they all made it. Now... Yeah, so this is Pikmin 5. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? What? What do you want? He's just screaming. No. No. Luckily, the longest section to cause problems. So this is, I think, at least one of the slowest Clank sections. I don't know if it's the longest, but it's one of the slowest Clank sections. Luckily though, it's not the worst.
Ratchet.
How do we know this whole place won't explode when you put that on there?
We do not.
I'll drink to that.
See, I told you. Big waste of time. This is so cool. What do you think it is?
It is a Technomite map room. They built these rooms to keep track of the planets they inhabited.
How do you know that?
This one is Caledon.
How do you know that?
That's where that robot soldier said he was taking the girl.
Exactly. And here are its coordinates. I have never seen these coordinates on any other maps.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go get her.
He is a robot. He is part of the Technomites. That's another issue I have. If Technomites power technology... So here's the thing. There is a moment in the game. There's a cool level later in the game where Clank gets infested with Technomites, and Ratchet has to shrink down and go into Clank. Clank is a level of the game. If Technomites power all technology, why isn't Clank already infested? Why isn't our ship infested? And like when the Technomites learn that we're going after them, why don't they stop us? Stealing from pre-sequel? This game came out well before pre-sequel. This game came out maybe 8 years before pre-sequel. Pre-sequel was like what, 2014? This was 2006? No, 2007. Oh, shit. There we go. Stealing from Magic School Bus. Which makes the audacity of it all just so much more awe-inspiring. Uh-huh. Nope, why are... Okay. Okay, so we got all that. Let's head back to Poketaru. And, let's head back to Poketaru, and we can get a skill point here. And we can get a trophy here. So there's a specific enemy type that only shows up upon a revisit. And now that we've already... Now that we've beaten this level once, this first tutorial ring should have fewer enemies. So we can just... Oh my god. There we go. I think I might have to run through this again just to make sure these enemies are dead and the next door is open. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run through this again. Oh no, I did get it. Cool. Alright. Oh yeah, one thing I do hate about this game is that absolutely no thought went into bonus items. So this game has, like previous Ratchet and Clank games, there's like the special map-o-matic that shows you hidden things on maps. There's the box breaker, the bolt grabber, you know? Things that allow you to like break boxes from a distance, allow you to pick up bolts from a distance. The PDA, which is a portable vendor. You can open the vendor from anywhere to buy ammo and stuff. All that is just for sale at the vendor. There used to be fun little side paths that would allow you, you know, oh, explore this side path to get a special bonus item and stuff. Going all the way back to even the first game, that was the case. Not in this one. They just end up for sale at the vendor. Which is fucking ludicrous to me. Okay, so there should be just after this zip line. Yeah, just down in that cave. No, just past the cave. So just after this just after bit. There should be a big special crab enemy that spawns. That does fuck all. But killing it will get us a trophy. Cool. And now let's die before we get a checkpoint. And then we should spawn back. And then we can just teleport back to the ship. Can I also just say, I hate the design of the ship in this game. It looks like a big fucking clown shoe. Ronald McDonald-ass clown shoe, and I hate it. There are so many good ship designs in Ratchet and Clank, and this is the worst one. I hate this big-ass clown shoe we drive around in. We can go back to Rylus later for those skill points. I'm trying to remember which skill points are missable.
This does not seem right. It has been too easy.
Easy? How's about I ride around on your back while you do all the fighting?
I mean...
He's such an
if
asshole.
The Technomites want to stay hidden. They are making it awfully easy for us to find them.
I did it! I found my real family! I was poking around on the computer when I got a message from some company called FauxFamily.com. It's my entire family tree! I've gotta get to them! Good luck with whatever that was you were doing.
FauxFamily.com? Does that seem odd to you?
Whatever. At least he's out of here. Let's get moving.
Cool, what an asshole. Looks like it's out of Lilo and Stitch. Real. Lilo and Stitch had very particular... Which, the bad guy in Lilo and Stitch voices the bad guy in Ratchet and Clank 1. A much better game. Yeah. No, there it is. Just in this crater off to the side, in a spot that looks like death. We're fine. Is there... I'm gonna look at miscellaneous objectives. Okay. So there's a boss fight on this level, and much like the original game, there's a trophy for beating the first boss of the game with just the wrench. Oh boy, lock-on mod, don't care. Oh yeah, time for the worst racing in Ratchet and Clank history.
Tweaking the old engine, eh?
Why? What have you heard? Who are you? I mean, what are you doing here? Did the committee send you? Sorry, sir. We did not mean to upset you. Yeah, well, you know, you can't be too careful these days, right? I mean, first they accuse me of using nanoroids, right? Then they say I'm like I'm using illegal alternative fuel. Do I look like a cheater to you?
No. Not at all. You seem A-okay to me.
All right, here, man. Let's race. And I'll prove I'm not a cheater. If you can beat me, I'll have a surprise for you.
Such a fucking OC. I hate how this guy looks. Why? Okay. So here's what sucks about this racing. In this racing, you are constantly going forward no matter what. Yeah, in this racing, you are constantly going forward, and all you can control is left and right. The booster for racing is also the booster to fly on this hoverboard. So if you're in the air at all, and you hit the booster, instead of going faster, you'll just stay in the air. Like that.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise.
Oh my god, dude, thank you so much for the resub. 8 months. Getting closer to the silver badge. Let's go. God, this feels fucking abysmal. No, don't. Again, you hit a little bump, all of a sudden you're in the air and you're not using your... I don't give a shit. They're giving us save states. Let's fucking use save states. Hooray, you have won the race. Such great
So,
fanfare.
You said you'd give us something if we beat you?
This is a shrink ray. They are very difficult to acquire. Here, man. You can have these too. Ugh, they're way too slippery for me to use.
Okay. Now, I believe... So we can get the trophy for getting last place in a race on purpose. And I think... Okay. We have 2 trophies we can get here. Let's... Shit stain? Maybe. I don't know what this dude is called. Personally, I fucking hate him. Because they could have honestly just put skid big marks here. That would have felt so much better. So much better. What am I doing? Okay, so there's 2 things we can do here. Let's get last on purpose. Let's just fuck around and get last on purpose. Oh no. Let's actually just fucking speed through to the last lap, I guess. So, it's get last place on purpose, and then the other one, which is a... I fixed this race. No. I got money riding on you. No, so the other thing we can get here is, there's a skill point for... I believe it's only exclusive to this planet, even though there's 2 planets where you can get, where you can do races. But I believe it's specific to this planet, and that's, Takeshi Rays! Sell! God. All these years later, and poker is still funny. But yeah, the other thing we can get is to win a race without using a boost. Like, without using that orange meter on the side. Honestly, it seems like winning a race without using... Like, I've done it. I did it recently when I got the PS5 Platinum. It's not that hard. Let's die. Let's die. No, this is only the second lap, right? Yeah, this is only the second lap. Okay. Yeah, so the enemies kind of rubber band to you for some reason. So if you're doing really well, they'll speed up, and if you're doing real bad, they'll slow down. Yeah, so we can just kind of... Let's fast forward to the very end of this last lap, and we can... lose on purpose. Oh no, I keep bumping into shit. God forbid. Oh no. Oh god. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Hooray. I could feel the judgment on my coworkers as I played Bloom Defense 5 on my Steam Deck. Monkey go pop, pop, pop. I'll never see my family again after this. Who put these bombs here? Fuck, dude. Alright. So now we gotta do it without touching the speed button. Which honestly does not seem that hard. I think I did this trophy on a different race. Same track, but each of the different races have their own... each of the different tracks have their own obstacles and stuff. So this one shouldn't take as long as what we just did, but... Aw, shit, dude's above me. Good thing they're programmed to do the same thing every time, and he always takes that sharp left at the end of a lap that actually loses him time. Fucking embarrassing. Yo, what's going on, dude? So it's creepy time, and he's in this game. He's wandering around. Don't worry, he's around. So right now we're just trying to get some of these bullshit races out of the way. This speedway looks funny. Damn. Spyro looks terrible. He's orange now. Didn't know Spyro was bipedal. Yeah, didn't you hear? This is Crash Bandicoot, Ripto's Rage. God. This game is boring as hell. It's gonna get Spyro orange. That's good. Nah, Spyro Orange is a side-scroller for some reason. Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Wah. And I got the skill point. Alright. Speeding ticket. Now that's fine, watch this. That's fine, watch this. We won't talk about it. Yeah, that's it. What the fuck do I even care? Nothing matters. None of this matters. This is the first lap. These guys ain't shit. Look, I'm already back in first place. Because the enemy AI fucking rubber bands. Oh, I am. Spyro for Smash 6. Yeah. Personally, here's what I want. Here's what I want, because everybody's like, oh, how is Smash Brothers gonna top Ultimate that had, you know, all these people? Legitimately, I think the next Smash Brothers game should have an entirely different roster. Have a small roster, have entirely, like, you can bring back the iconic ones, like your Mario, Peach, Zelda, Links. Like, keep the very obvious, like, big important ones around. But, like, put in new Pokemon. Put in new characters from, like, these fun franchises. The only issue you would run into there, put in toothpaste here. Yeah. Put fuck, what was that? What was the protagonist names in Engage? I just want Shantae. Shantae would be a good shout. Shovel Knight. The only issue you would run into is it might start feeling like a, if you put in too many indie characters, you might lose the sense of, like, prestige that comes with a fucking Fire Emblem game. Alright, hang on. Get rid of 5 Fire Emblem characters. Marth, Robin, and Corrin. No, don't even keep them. Look, as somebody that has to deal with a Fire Emblem fan on a daily basis, because they actually play different, keep Ike and Roy. Maybe Byleth. At least Corrin actually fucking plays differently. Corrin is a caster, right? Corrin is not just sword. Corrin is a Fire Emblem character that actually plays differently. Trying to... What the fuck was... Corrin is funny. Yeah, but nobody liked Conquest. Again, I have the most, like, biased ever do it because it would piss people off, I guess. I mean, you're already pissing people off if you change the roster too much, you know? Like, already I'm saying don't put in, like, Lucario or whatever. Mewtwo. Remove Mewtwo. That's gonna piss people off. Do something interesting. Just put in... If you remove Ike, then he can't kick the baby. Just add? Well, so that's my point. People are like, how are they gonna top Ultimate? How is the next Smash Brothers game gonna top Ultimate? Make an entirely new roster. That's the only conceivable direction they can go in without it getting ludicrous. Without it getting absolutely ridiculous. Removing characters isn't gonna top anything. My point being to not try and top it. To not try and make Smash Ultimate. Just make a new Smash Brothers game and soft reboot it. Because that's what they need to do, is to look at Digimon for help. Like, have a base roster. Like, have a base roster in the whatever, if there even is another Smash Brothers game. Have a base roster that's maybe twice the size of the original. you know, I think the original is a little small comparatively for, like, what people would expect. But, like, we'll say, like, twice the size of the original Smash roster. Keep a handful of the big recognizable ones, you know, just for classic fans, and then introduce entirely new... Cool, that was... Why did I have the normal dying animation? Come on. I can thread this needle. Make every character waddle-dee. More elaborate masks. Now that they've made Ultimate, they should just make a crazy one. Yeah, make one that is just entirely, like, actually put Dante from, like, the jokes of the tab of, like, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series from, like, that Soul Calibur game. Actually put Dante in. Actually put Dante from the Devil May Cry games in. Add Waluigi and it'll top everything ever. I was thinking mechanics, but yeah, that too. I think... Jesus. Personally, I don't want a new Smash Brothers. I want PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2. I love when PlayStation, like, kind of fumbles the ball. And instead of learning from their mistakes and, like, moving forward, they just straight up ditch it. Did PlayStation All-Stars matter? In what sense? Do you mean, like, did it... Because, like, it's its own standalone thing, so, like, it matters as much as any standalone game matters. You know, it wasn't a franchise. Fat Princess, from the game Fat Princess. Fat Princess from the game Fat Princess. Ah yes, I never would have guessed. It had Paul Rappa? Yeah, but who gives a shit about Paul Rappa? It had Jack and Daxter. It had 2 Cole McGraths. It had 2... the main character from Infamous. It had 2... the main guy from Infamous. Fuck. Might actually have known that I played that one. TBH only played it because it was free. Fair. Yeah, no, it has, because there's like because Infamous has like a morality system, it's got good Cole McGrath and evil Cole McGrath. PSN get hacked again? I'd rather if it didn't. Should have neutral Cole as a secret character. Nah, the only thing that sucked about it, if I'm being honest, is that they just it came out too early. Like if they had waited until the PS4 era when they had like more franchises, I get wanting to do it while I get wanting to strike while the iron is hot, and it's like, oh, we can do... Ah, fuck, my game glitched. My game bugged. Uno momento. There we go. What would they have added? Last of Us? Horizon Zero Dawn. They could have old Kratos and new Kratos. They could add Astrobot, or at least levels around Astrobot. That would be really cute and fun. They could add... Yeah, I guess Ellie could be her own playable character from Last of Us Part 2. They could add the main character from... They could add the Hunter, the old... Yeah, the Hunter from Bloodborne. They could add the main June from yeah, they had the Big Daddy, and that's not exclusive. Tomba. They could add the main. I think the character's name is June from Ghost of Tsushima. They could add other characters from Infamous now that Second Son and Last Light are out. Knack. They could have added Knack. They could add, honestly, it would be really fucking based if they put in Spider-Man from the PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man games with the white spider. That'd be really fucking based. They could put in, Rivet. Now that they could add Zero from Ape Escape. They could do Rivet and, oh my gosh, what is her name? Kit. Rivet and Kit from, they could release Beyond Good and Evil 2. Yeah, but that's Ubisoft. They ain't got shit to do with that. Yeah, Kit and Rivet from, the new Ratchet and Clank. Like, they have... My point being, if they were to do one now, they have more characters to play with. That's just my point. Honestly, I'm surprised that they didn't get Sora. Just hold Yubi at gunpoint. Just because, like... Thank God they didn't get Sora. Well, my point being that, like... Never mind the fact I won't buy Smash DLC. So... I just think it's interesting because they're putting all of the PlayStation characters that they put into Smash Brothers, they could have put into PlayStation All-Stars. Like if they did a PlayStation All-Stars 2, like to buy shirtless Sephiroth, but I don't play Smash. Don't even know why I own it. Well, okay, we're done with the races for now. Did I get any armor? Oh, yeah, I got gloves. Okay. Where are the wildfire boots? Where am I missing the wildfire boots? Yo, Mr. Mosquito. Where's Mr. Mosquito? Where's... What was it? Vib Ribbon? Bibbin? Viv Ribbon? Vib Ribbon? The weird line art bunny from the music game. Vib ribbon. Maximo. Vinny. No! You can't make me go back. The possibilities are endless. Man. I wish Finny wasn't stupid hard. I wish Finny wasn't an impossible game. Hooray! There's another trophy. We're getting there. Oh my god. I love when the inputs are just bad. Sometimes pushing forward on the stick makes you walk instead of run. Oh yeah, something fun about this game. Bubsy could be in it. So fun fact, so we're inside, right? We're inside of a facility, and you know how the camera, like the camera's dog shit, and this is the best you can do? Because this game is so unpolished, let me go into first person mode. Some sections of the area just don't have a roof. Look, there's no ceiling in this area. Haha, isn't that great? There's ceiling. No ceiling. It's the best. Budget cuts. Okay, I don't need any of that. Oh no, here I go. Maybe I did need it. Please, no. Don't kill me. Cool, right as I got that skill point. That skill point is for killing a certain amount of enemies without getting hit. $25, I think. Seem like such lesser characters, though. Already put in. Like, do people remember Fat Princess? So at the time, Fat Princess actually was a pretty big game. The reason they were pushing Fat Princess so much is because, do people still think about Infamous? I mean, to be fair, Sucker Punch has just moved on. Sucker Punch has moved on to Ghost of Tsushima. Like, the people who made Sly Cooper, made Infamous, made Ghost of Tsushima. So, like, if they were to do a new one, they would probably have Sly, Cole McGrath, and the guy from Tsushima, who I think his name was June. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, for the time, yes, people remembered those characters because those games were new. Like, they were pushing games that Japanese coded accents say Shogun wrong. Might as well just make them sound British. So, oh, hang on. Jump, Ratchet. It's gonna just have a thing. Jump off the elevator, Ratchet. But yeah, the reason they were pushing Fat Princess at the time, is because it was one of their larger PSN exclusive games. It was a PSN, like it was digital only, and it was on PS3. They were just pushing their online marketplace, but it was one of the, same with like, Patapon on the PSP was like a big PSP exclusive, so it got a level, and like You Don't Know Jack, which became Jackbox. Like You Don't Know Jack was a pretty big party game on PlayStation at the time. Is there a second language? Have them pronounce their original language properly? No. Could have had Patapon as just a wave of Patapon. That'd be awesome. Oh, cool. Cool. I was pushing fully forward onto the stick, and sometimes in this game, when you jump, the forward input stops, so you jump straight up instead of up and forward. My Pata could have pawn. There we go. PSN Sony. Certainly is a time. There we go. Yeah, so we have the full fire armor upgrade, so we have all the pieces of the fire armor, so we now have full fire armor. Ah! Nothing, not even a roof. Oh, look, you can see the moon. So now you're just on fire? Yeah. Like I was mentioning before, the only downside is like it's the opposite than what's supposed to happen. Well, I mean, it's my wrench that does fire damage now. But the issue now is that better armor, like, there's better armor out there, so if I want more damage reduction, I have to equip different armor sets, and I won't get the fire wrench upgrade. It's not awesome, in my opinion. It's not... Come on. Pure metal, just on fire, and that fire exists in this lack of atmosphere. I'm trying to break this. The future is amazing. And also that fairy tales are real. So, Mew, I don't know if you missed or not, but the premise of this game is that magic is real. We live in a super science fiction-y world, but technology isn't just technology. Technology is powered by little people wandering around in the technology, powering the technology. It's not just electricity. It's little people in the technology. And my question... Hamsters and brain... Yeah, it's dumb. Because then the question becomes... Why isn't Clank also powered by these little people? Like, it's super inconsistent. It's such a bad story. I hate the plot of this game. Oh, and Captain Quark, Mr. Creepty. Creepty's whole thing is that he never knew his family. So he's wandering around looking for his family. Murderous characters are fine as long as they're hot. Family's overrated. Well, my question is like, because he literally in the cutscene we meet him in this game, he's following around Ratchet and Clank because he wants to help them on their next adventure, and then he starts crying for no reason, and they're like, what's wrong with you? He's like, I never knew my family. Completely out of nowhere. And my whole thing is like, literally none of them knew their family. Ratchet has a whole trilogy where he's like found family versus like biological family, like trying to get his family back, or like the friends he's made along the way. Like, there's tons of instances of like Yeah, not a lot of us knew our family. Why is yours just coming up now? It's not good. This game is, in fact, quite bad. I would argue and say that this is the worst Ratchet and Clank game. This is the worst Ratchet and Clank game. Makes me think of Dance of the Man Whore. Sure. Whatever that is. Sounds like a good time. I mean, I get that. If he's if a man whore is just like, I never knew my father, it's like, yeah, okay, daddy issues. Ooh. Okay, time for enemy spawns. Yeah? Okay, time for a really annoying missable trophy. Is this one a trophy or a skill point? This one's a trophy. Okay. Brand new kitchen gun. Goodbye, dirt. I love you, kitchen gun. God. Peter Serafinowicz. I wish your show got more episodes. Oh shit, there's more level. Okay. I honestly thought we were at the boss fight. Kitchen gun feels so American. It's from a British sketch show. Kitchen gun is from a British sketch show. Someone asked what American culture was, I'd show them that, but it's not even American. The bit isn't even American. Alright. We're gonna be here a while. There's gonna be little bombs along these tracks, and we gotta destroy all of the little bombs. Or I'll just get electrocuted. It is in spirit. Based off of average American. Yeah, you know what? Terry looks like an average American. Baseball cap and all. That's just Terry. I mean, yeah, the average American wishes they were that fucking shredded. I regularly yell Buster Wolf, do quadruple backflips. Because... Jeez. No bombs here. Fucking, what's his name? The hot one. Which one's the hot one? Nothing over there. Nothing over there, so just in front of me. Iori. I don't know King of Fighters, so means nothing. Well. It's all... Okay. Promise? Promise that's all I need to know? Promise he's hot? Okay, That's what I was told. That's what I was just told. No way, not that ridiculous, man. I mean, to be fair, this was a crossover promotion with another game, so maybe they just had different art. Maybe there was just different art that made him hot. Hooray! I got my skill point. Okay, what's the quickest way to the exit? Where's the exit? There. Ah, fuck, dude. No. What about the other way? Go around. Looks like either way I'm gonna have to go this way. Alright, we got the bolt, we got the skill point. Let us leave orb room. No. Fuck is the exit? Let's go this way. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this shit. Fucking hate this game. Two hottest characters in King of Fighters are Shang Kohan, Choi. Sure. All of you were speaking. I'm going to look up Iori real quick, because that seems to be controversial. KOF Iori. I mean... Oh, it's so different depending on the art. Like, that art, no. That art, sure. This art, no. That art, I get it. Oh, it's so hit and miss. I would say he gets a solid I get it. Like, he's very art dependent. Okay, let's fucking, we'll just create a save state here. So we have to beat this boss with just the wrench. I love the design of this boss. I have no idea why the fuck he's here. The big purple guy? The big purple guy? Yeah, you're talking about Iori. If someone said you had to sleep with him, you wouldn't say no. Yeah, like a bit like gun to my head, sure. But also, gun to my head gets a lot of yeses out of me. I'd always pick. No. Come on, dude. Don't do that. Don't do that. I love how sometimes he hits me and sometimes he doesn't. Oh, he's over there now. You can sleep, just not forever. No. Hooray! We did it. Alright, we are one piece of armor away from all of the... Oh, and also Clank can just do this now. That's just a thing Clank can do.
Thank you, guys. You are so heroic. I never introduced myself.
What's currently going on?
Well, Luna, we should leave before any bad guys show up.
But I haven't had a chance to tell my friends about your heroic deeds.
So,
You mean your friend?
unfortunately...
Ratchet, that is very insensitive.
No, I mean friends. They will be surprised it was so easy.
It's Joan from Clone High.
Stupendous superheroes.
It's
That is
Joan
very
from Clone
good,
High.
Luna. Now try. She sells seashells by the...
Hey, he was just trying to help.
You've both been very helpful. The cameras that have been following you have captured your every move. And now, we have the information we need.
We?
Yeah, we got him. This was just too easy.
Holy shit. Yeah, makeover, 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 makeover. So, fucking oof, you lost 2 Pokemon to a Goldeen.
They must have blasted you good.
As for what's going on in the Ratchet and Clank franchise, after Rift Apart, from like 2 years ago, Insomniac is pivoting heavily into Marvel games. Like, Spider-Man is doing really well. Like, Spider-Man, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. BattleBots all did really well. They're doing a Wolverine game that they already announced. And then there was a big hack over at Insomniac. They got hit with ransomware, and it was like, give us billions of dollars that Insomniac doesn't have, or we'll leak all of this stuff. Insomniac literally couldn't pay it, so all of that stuff got leaked, which is super unfortunate. This happened last year, I think. And in the design documents that got leaked, it was like all of their plans for the rest of the decade. It was like there was going to be a Venom game, Spider-Man 3. They were going to do like an online Spider-Man game in the vein of like Spider-Verse, where you could just play online with friends and you got to create your own Spider-Man OC, it sounded like. You know, your own Spider-Verse fucking OC. So all of that got leaked, so they had to scrap all of it. Unfortunately. But in those design documents, it said that the next Ratchet and Clank game could get very Sonic very fast. It depends. It depends. I mean, if it ran well, I would probably enjoy it. I probably wouldn't play it if it was a live service game, but from the design documents, it wasn't designed to be a live service game. It was designed to be a multiplayer game. People are so rabid about yeah, oh, for sure. That'd be sick. My Spider OC would be a tarantula masked wrestler aesthetic. Hell yeah. But I don't know how in-depth it would go. Especially when they start shipping them with their OCs. Yeah, that's all. Like, I'm not too concerned. Because, again, they had to, like, scrap that. Because all that shit got leaked. You know? But in one of the documents, they had plans that the next Ratchet and Clank game would be released in 2028. Why they scrap it? Because this is actually very common practice. Like when GTA 6 got leaked, they started from scratch. Like a very early build of GTA 6 got leaked, like a playable version of it got leaked, and they scrapped all of it. It's because of it's because of proprietary there's a whole like not licensing issue, but there's an IP thing involved. Miles Webb's should look either like bolts of lightning or like random circuit board patterns. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I see that. Anyway, there's an IP thing involved when it comes to that stuff. Half of it is like they scrap things when it's like, oh, you know, this is not in a stage that we're happy with, because people were fucking ripping apart. People were ripping apart the GTA 6 stuff that got leaked because it's like, this looks like ass. You know, GTA 6 looks like ass. It's not finished. It is years away from even being close to finished. But so there's an integrity thing of like, oh, you know, you saw our stuff, you saw all of our work in a position we weren't happy with it in. We're not happy that you saw things this way. But another reason is, so a lot of the things that got leaked were design documents based on story for the game. So the issue becomes, if people already know what's going to happen because of the leaks, that's going to hurt sales. Because why would I play the game if I know what happens? Yeah, you know, like the story for, like, concept art for the Venom game got leaked. I think story stuff for Ratchet and Clank got leaked. Story stuff for, they were going to do, spoilers don't ruin a good story, but they could. That's the thing. There are people who are like, I know what happens in this movie, so I'm not going to watch it. You know, like, or people who do know spoilers going into a movie say, you know, if it's a good story, it's a good story. And that's the thing, though. You can only experience a good story once, like for the first time. You can only experience a good, like, I haven't gone back to replay God of War 2018 because that was such a powerful story to me. Didn't know that the leak had all these negative impacts. Yeah, and it's somewhat common practice to at least, but being spoiled isn't experiencing the story. Knowing what happens tempers expectations, and spoilers absolutely ruin the immersion of storytelling, 100%. And especially, like, again, I don't like getting into too many spoilers. Like, that's the big reason I've been putting off, like, Last of Us Part 2, is just because I know what happens. I've seen it, you know? So why would I play it? So 100%. I am a subject of knowing what happens in a story makes me not buy the game. Great game, but it obviously relies on it. Not if your story relies on twists that can't be spoiled to be good. Here's the thing. Any good story relies on reveals. That's what drives a story, are reveals. The ending of Persona 4 spoiled for me, and now I literally don't care at all to finish it. Despite being spoiled about Angel, it's not great if you know the mystery. 100%. 100%. So, like, knowing, like, if I knew the spoilers for Spider-Man 2, I would probably still buy Spider-Man 2 because the game plays well. Like, yeah, the story's great and the acting is top tier. I love the acting in the Spider-Man games. I would still play the game. Plays well, good acting. I would just be bummed out because I know what happens. But, like, there are people who are like, oh, I know what happens in the game. Like, oh, I know a twist for, besides Last of Us Part 2. I mean, that's an example. I know what happens in Last of Us Part 2. Haven't bought the game because I know what happens. I don't play Last of Us for the gameplay. I play it for the story, which is why it made a better TV show than a video game. But the games there's also gameplay, so if both the gameplay and story aren't worth it because of a spoiler or two, then maybe it's not that good. No, because there are plenty of games that I play just for the gameplay. Like, I skip cutscenes. Like, I'll replay a Ratchet and Clank game, or I'll replay Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, and I'll just skip cutscenes because I want to play the game. If it's a great story, then yeah. God of War. God of War is a great example. God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok. Great examples of great stories. I will replay those games for the stories. But any good narrative at all, relies on reveals, new information. 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a twist. If it's, oh, a character betrayal, or, oh, the secret MacGuffin was here all along, then why aren't people playing it because of spoilers? If anything, it's on those people for being stupid. No. If it's good, it's good. Just stop whining and play the damn game. But the issue then becomes, going back to these leaks, not at you, at them, the issue, going back to these leaks, is people want to play these games to experience the stories. There are plenty of games I haven't watched a gameplay of because I want to experience those stories. I want to experience them. So getting into, like, spoiler territory of, like, oh, here's a leaked narrative for the whole game. There are thousands of people out there that will not buy the game because they can just read the script online. They can just read the design document. They can just read the bullet points of what happens in the game. So the reason a lot of these people, for the answer in P3, still going to play it someday, yeah, and that is totally your prerogative. That is a you thing. Yes, and that is a you thing. But there are cynical people online. There are cynical people in the world that it's not even a weak thing. It's a, I'm going to save my money because I know what happens. And that hurts sales for new games. So it is commonplace to at least change things. Like, it's a very unfortunate thing. The story could generally be the same-ish for these games that got leaked, but they're probably going to change some of the twists. They're probably going to change some of the more interesting, subversive things of the story because that's known now. I personally didn't read any of these leaks out of respect for the storytellers, out of respect for the creatives. Again, companies are not your friends. I didn't do this out of respect for Insomniac as a company. I did it out of respect for the storytellers, the programmers, the artists who are actually putting time and their vision into these narratives. I didn't read any of these leaks. I don't want to know what happens. But there are still people out there, like, who will say, I know what happens. I'm going to save the money. Or, you know, it's like, and again, that puts developers and creatives in a tough situation. Your first playthrough is the most important playthrough you'll ever have. Having that first playthrough tainted is deadly to a narrative. Yes. I've already been spoiled about 2 of the big plot points for Yakuza. Thank you, Nightbot, for Yakuza 8, and even though I can't wait to play it, my interest in the game is already damaged heavily. Yes. Oh, fuck. I forgot we were doing battle bots. Like, narrative is such a big thing for an interactive medium like this, because if it's just the gameplay, if it's just Tetris, sure, that's fine. Tetris isn't about fucking story. Time for battle bots. Oh boy. Oh my god, the thing. No. That's, again, Mew, bad take. That's not the point. The point is like, oh, knowing in the back of your head. The point is knowing in the back of your head this character dies at the end of the story. That's not what this is about. The point is immersion. You're playing a game and knowing in the back of your head this character dies. I can't get attached to this character now because I know this character dies. I know what's coming. It's legitimately an immersion breaking. See, here's the thing, Mew. I don't know what happens with Gojo. I don't know. No, I didn't. I've seen like 3 episodes into season 2. Yeah. Everybody keeps telling me something happens with Gojo, and that it has already ruined my experience with JJK. Because now I have an expectation. Never being able to replay Undertale again, first time, really wish I could. Just because the first experience was fucking magic. Exactly. Like, my experience with JJK now is something is going to happen with Gojo. That has created an expectation in my head. Regardless of what it is, I now know that there's an expectation there. Because something's going to happen that is important. There we go. He was inspired by a Kame ga Kill. I don't know what happens in a Kame ga Kill. I never experienced it, never read it, never watched it.
You have seen Ratchet? You know where he is?
Ooh.
Processing of subjects 261-595 is now 1/3 complete. Begin internal examination.
True.
I must get to him immediately. Downloading coordinates.
Okay. Let's do some mini games, I guess. A good story is a good story. However, I don't let the internet ruin shit for me. So I don't know. Yeah, and again, not trying to make an argument out of this, but in this situation, Mew, you are the outlier here. Like, so often, like, not knowing what happens in a story is what makes it good. Right? Like, knowing who done it in a murder mystery. Alright. Let's do some lemming shit. We charge each other for survival and would rather hate based on immutable qualities and work together and survive. Correct. But I still think within the space of art, there are good things that should be cherished. You know, right now we are in a position with technology technology in the space of art. I feel like there is a preservation of art and humanity within art that should be cherished. Okay, we should be good. They're gonna turn around down there. There's so much intention behind presentation. Yeah. Another one. Okay, swing. 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 Explode. Swing. Electrify. Electrify. Shit. Alright. Oh, wait, that's all I need. Okay, fuck it. That's all I need. What do you think would happen if there was a Ratchet and Clank and Spyro crossover? That would be interesting because Ratchet and Clank is so like science fiction based and Spyro is so magic based. Like very clearly, like especially the early games had such a magical feel. I feel like there would be almost a butting of heads because whenever technology is involved in Spyro games, it's usually late game and it's usually like villain based. Like the last few levels of the first Spyro game got a little industrial and it was very clearly implied that that was the Norks thing, like the bad guys things. Could easily imagine each villain yearning for each other's knowledge. Yeah. I could see Drek, the villain from the first game, teaming up with Ripto because their whole thing is that they're short. They're short and they're big and menacing and they don't like when people call them short and stuff, that whole dynamic, that trope, if you will. Okay. Let's swing. Swing. Oh no, that's gonna kill him. Yep, okay, hang on. Let's... There we go. Working together for that reason. They both go for each of the same item. At the store energy. Oh my god. Yeah. I guess the question would just be more so, is it like Ratchet and Clank going to the Dragon Realms, or is it Spyro ending up in science fiction? Like, is it... Oh man, because both games play so radically different. Ratchet and Clank has a lot of items. It's very item centric with like weapons and stuff. And Spyro is very much like, hey, you might get like 2 or 3 extra abilities over the course of the game, but for the most part, this is it. You can swim, you could climb, you might get a head bash, you could glide. Like, you're not really given, and anytime you are given extra stuff, it's usually a limited time power up. Okay. Maybe it's both? Let's send you ahead. They both do something in their reality at the same time, and they merge. Fuck. Hang on, these guys are starting to stack up. There, that should be enough. Okay. Takes place on one world, but it's like a diverse mesh of both. Okay. I can see that working. Hooray, we got the sludge helmet. Hooray. More BattleBots. Everyone is coming home from the Olympics in France, the bedbug capital. I hope they don't bring them home. Who knows? Who can say? I think it'll be fine. Cool. Immediately gets rid of my shield. Fuck you. Fuck you. No health for you. Get out of here. Oh my god. So, I was just somewhere that had the Olympics on a TV. I was just hanging out, and the Olympics were on in the background, and I watched one of the events, like the 3,000. It was like the 3,000 meter long distance. The one with barriers, like they had to jump over. Fuck, what are they called? What are they called? They had to jump over hurdles. Yes, it was the 3,000 meter hurdle. So it took it was like an 8-minute sprint. I can't imagine sprinting for 8 minutes. Yes, 3,000. That's what it said. It was 8 minutes. It took several laps. It was fucking insane. Oh man, but they like the guy that won, when you look at him standing around everybody else, the winner was from oh, hang on. Bronze was Kenya. Silver was US. Gold was Morocco. Morocco? I believe Morocco. But did you see the breakdancing? I did not. I did not see Olympic breakdancing. But the Moroccan guy, I'm pretty sure it was Morocco. I just had to look up the flag. He was like nobody else even came up to like his shoulder. This dude was really tall and like really skinny, and it was like, oh yeah, this dude can just take really long just steps and just outpace everybody. Of course he won. What's the definition of white? Have you seen the memes of the shooter, the fucking yeah, shooting, I think is just what the category was called. But like everybody was wearing like these special like these special glasses with like little reticles in them, like little iron sights in the glasses. They were in like these special headpieces. They had like stabilizers on their arm or something. And then this, can't wait for Olympics Tetris. Oh boy, esports. But the silver place shooter from Turkey, I think it was. He not pulled down with his Jesus. But the bronze or the silver placed shooter from Turkey didn't use any of that. Didn't use any of the special equipment. It was just a guy in like a t-shirt and jeans. And it was fucking insane. Yeah. There we go. Can't wait to see someone Fortnite dance after reaching. Jesus. Alright. Ow. Cowboy hat should be required. Sure. Hooray, okay, oh shit, there's one more. Alright, let's start by taking out the other little dudes. The winner gets a taller hat. Ow. Ow. Fuck you, fuck you! Oh my god. Whatever, just kill me. It's a cumulative over your career. So the best marksman ever just has an enormous hat. Yeah. Doug Dimmadome. Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Alright. Of course. Isn't that right, fellow American? Okay, let's just slowly get rid of the other smaller bots here, and then we can go after the boss. Ow, fuck. Fuck that, okay. Move! Jesus. No. Fuck you. Fuck off! I need health. Move! Oh, I fucking hate this game. Go get health. Heal. Why isn't Beyblading an Olympic sport yet? I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's any technique involved other than building your blade. Building your beta blade. I feel like there's got to be like a you know, real physical human component. Like, at least even for gaming, there's button inputs. There's, like, reaction time of a human being, but once you've baited the blade, once you've let it rip, there's nothing really you can do about it. You know the German interpretive dance teacher? Yes, I do know that one. Ah, cool. There goes my... Okay. And now we just gotta stand behind this guy. Fuck. This looks obnoxious at best. Oh, for sure. No, get out of there. Get out of there. Move, damn you. Fuck off. Well and truly fuck off. Pick that up. It died on stage hazards. It died on stage hazards. It died on stage hazards. Please, God, I want robot fights. I'll say it every time. I fucking love BattleBots. Okay. Time for more, or time for a new... Fuck off. No. Oh my god, everything controls like ass in this game. Ugh. I want robots over the Human Olympics so bad. I only want the Olympics if steroids are mandated. Yeah, no, I think... I've definitely talked to somebody else about this, but it's like... Give me a sport where, like, American football, but like where everybody's juiced. Show me the limits of the human body. Show me the disgusting limits of the human body. Nah, it's not castration. It's just, you know, shriveled pee-pee no work. But it's still there. I don't think they fall off. They just stop working. Awesome. Fuck you. There. Hate. The Olympics champion should be so powerful that we feel compelled to bow before them. Just bow to John Cena. One person represents the entire nation. One person does every Olympic sport. One person doing every Olympic sport. We just need to find the most... Yeah, must do every sport. Yeah. God, that'd be so dumb. World Sports Day. World Sports Day. That's a good question. I feel like... Because, like, they've had a few, like, weird choices for Olympic sports. I feel like... Sure, whatever. I'll allow that guy to get a point because it's going to immediately respawn here. Fuck you! No, fuck. Thank you, Nightbot. Hang on, I'll read the fucking chat again in a second. The Olympic champion should have to defend the torch, and the torch should grant them sovereign status. Jeez. This is borderline dystopian. If an American won, it would be Jover. Fuck, I remember seeing a video where some lady declared she had sovereign status and didn't need a driver's license. So, this is an actual fucking thing. People can declare sovereignty upon themselves and have themselves removed. It's like technically speaking, it's like you don't pay taxes, but you also can't have a job. She was speeding 200 miles per hour. Is it any more dystopian than what we live in? Fair. We're almost done with this fucking minigame sprint. We're almost done. There's going to be another planet that has more of these, but we're almost done with this first set, this first wave. Whatever, I'll allow it. Oh, hey, look, cool, thank you. Oh. Gone forever. Yeah, whatever. I just need to wait for this. Huh? What the fuck is the... Are you good, buddy? Jesus. Nope, fuck. Fuck. Oh, cool, stuck. God, I hate it. Uber finals. Watching you yeet little dudes into the ether is really funny. Yeah, it's a great time. It's awesome. One little dude. Ow. It's fine. Now, you know what I can do? But I can just wait here for one of them to drop a little dude near me. Fuck you. Well, shit, maybe I shouldn't do that. Don't die too much? No promises, Toya. What's going on? Fuck. What's going on, Toya? Come on. The 100 man. You might should be introduced. Martial art invented within historic borders. Monday things? What do Monday things entail? Is Monday things good or bad? Could be boring if it's just mundane chores or something. If Monday is chore day. Oh. Sorry to hear that. Well, I hope your friend is not sick for very long. Son of a bitch. Okay, this should be the last point, and then we can leave. I can leave. 1v100 challenge, a new fighter each round. Oh, okay, I've seen those. Okay. Okay, we're done. Let's go find Ratchet. Let's go find Ratchet. Okay, so there should be, I can go back for that. Do I have that skill point? Hang on, I'm gonna double check some skill points real quick. Skill points. Okay, can't get that one yet. I can go back for that one at some point. Okay, destroy. Okay. Ship it is on Rylus. Okay. Terror of the Skies. Cool, awesome. I hate it. Okay, so I need 600 points in this upcoming section. Giant Clank time. Is that even humanly possible? Through boards with your bare hands. Is that possible? Okay, so I have to get 600 points in this section. And we're sitting at 16. Their palms? Oh, palm strike. Okay. 49. I can see it. I can see it. I need to make a save state here so I don't miss. Halfway there. Folding laundry? You're tired from work. Jeez. These aren't Olympic sports. These are just things people do. Competitive napping. They had breakdancing at the Olympics. I believe breakdancing more than competitive laundry folding. Okay, 500. We just need 100 more. Oh yeah, I don't think like the actual original historic Olympics make up even a quarter of all the things that they do at the Olympics anymore. Here's the thing. That's real. I'm from a small podunk logging town. That's real. Competitive lumberjacking. Good. Have a lumberjack off. A good old lumberjack off. Competitive cooperative lumberjacking off. I want it as an Olympic sport. Yeah, that I would also believe. I mean, in the second Sly Cooper game, there's actual lumberjack games that you can compete in, and there's like log splitting, there's like an endurance log rolling where they have like logs in the water and you need to stacks of ceramic plates. It is. That's called skeet shooting. Also competitive punching? And well-worn hunting boots. Not boxing, mind you. Competitive punching. Huh?
You're going to need a bigger scalpel, Doctor.
Creepy.
Oh, there,
It's
big
him,
guy,
it's
we're just
Creepy.
getting started. Now, if you don't like the sight of blood, you might want to close your eyes.
It is okay, Ratchet. You can come in. It is safe inside this door.
Welcome to the dream time. Whoever can punch or strike the hardest. Alright, welcome to the dream time. Did I get that skill point? Fuck. God damn it. Alright. I'll have to go back for that. Friends don't hurt friends. Night terrors. If there's raw nationalism, it'll mean something. Alright. Hopefully I have the armor. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Size matters. Armor sets. Real quick, let's just get a random, like a secret armor set just to get that trophy out of the way. Okay, so... Sick. Extreme bird watching. I guess the flamethrower. No, let's hold off on other weapons until we... What about competitive cup stacking? Is that anything for you, dude, in your new Olympics? Competitive cup stacking? Competitive beat poetry? Competitive slam poetry. Competitive slam poetry. Human chess. Competitive beer pong. That's a good one. Olympic beer pong. I'm gonna make a human shonen style manga. What about, for your Olympics, what about, ice sculpting? There's lots of ice, like, in Winter Olympics, there's lots of, you know, competitive skating, competitive, like, lots of ice-based. What about competitive, ice sculpting? Or is that already a thing? That doesn't feel like a thing, but I wouldn't be surprised. Should be? Yeah. Come on. Competitive trigonometry. What about competitive standing? Just the last person to fall down wins. Competitive loitering. There's a word for it. Olympic loitering. Last person to fall down wins. But it's a really uncomfortable warm room. Yeah. For your Olympics. And somehow on ice. Warm and slippery. I don't like that. Thinking about warm and slippery, I don't like that. Yeah, see, here's the dumb thing about these acid bombs. The explosion themselves doesn't do damage. Only the acid does damage with the acid bombs. The explosion part of the bomb doesn't do damage. Sooner or later. $100-meter dash in the fursuit. Jeez.
Ratchet! Ratchet! Come on, Ratchet. Wake up! You must wake up. There is still so much to do. I knew something was odd about that Luna girl. This is all my fault.
No, it's not, Clank. Competitive acting. Competitive crystal charging. Competitive JO crystal charging. Olympic class jacking off. Give me more enemies. Olympic bean flicking. We got to be inclusive of all genital types. What about competitive competing? Just the idea of being more competitive. What about competitive competing? Going down the competitive fighting game rabbit hole is so much fun. Is it? I don't know. I am not a fighting game fan, so like that is just not a rabbit hole I would go down. It's 50% of the final grade is how competitive you were. It's also an inward curve. They can tell if you're faking it. They can tell you're hooked up to a lie detector the whole time. If you don't actually believe you can win, they'll know it. Competitive cigarette smoking. Whoever chains the most cigarettes without vomiting wins. Person who wants it the least will win more than the person who scored 90 in the attitude contest? We need team sports. We need team sports in your new Olympics. Sex. Olympic sex. There's just a bed in the middle of a crowded arena. Some dude in jersey shorts, also sunglasses, leather jacket. Acting really nonchalant. Goats of all fighting games. Short black kid who started winning tournaments when he was like 15. If he puts on his fursuit hat before the match, you... What? He just has this powerful helm. He possesses this powerful helm that will guarantee him the match. Being cool should be an Olympic sport. I think being uncool should be an Olympic sport. Competitive pencil necking. Competitive geeking. Whoever's the biggest dweeb wins. Competitive lollygagging. Whoever the last person to show up to the arena is wins. Competitive Kamehameha screaming. Oh my god. I like competitive lollygagging. Just straight up not showing up wins you the match. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna save here. Let's go get an obnoxious fucking... Let's go get an obnoxious bolt. First try, and I didn't even need the save state. It's a Japanese guy who takes off his shirt every time he gets serious, no matter where he is. Competitive shirt ripping. It's just big dudes in tight shirts, and whoever flexes the hardest to rip the shirt. Like, they have judges there with, like, little tape measures to measure the rips on shirts. Whoever creates the largest rips in the shirts. Competitive preaching. Specifically, those really passionate gospel preachers. The ones that have, like, the choir behind them. Get them in there. Professional gospel choirs. 1 preacher, 8 singers. They had a thread verifier to make sure they're using approved materials. Oh my god. Oh shit, this is fully upgraded now. Hell yeah. Professional gossip. Professional vocal warm-ups. It's just red leather, yellow leather over and over again until somebody messes up. In real time. There was a cat in here a second ago. Okay, he just left. Okay, here's your giant evil Clank fight. Competitive dapping. Competitive dapping. You have to come up with a routine with your partner. I think we need a good old-fashioned pie eating contest in this new Olympics. We just need some kind of food eating competition, and I think pie eating is a classic. Pies or hot dogs. I think pies would work better for, like, vegans and stuff. Depending what's in them, hot dogs might work for vegans. There's no real meat. But I think we need a professional, we need a Olympic quality pie eating contest. One person is the horse. Competitive wisest wizard, if anybody knows that drinking game, where you tape the cans together over the course of a night. And if you meet another wizard with a staff of beer cans, you have to fight with the beer can staff.
There is still so much to do. I knew something was odd about that Luna girl. This is
Competitive karaoke.
Hey, it wasn't your fault. I'm just too stubborn sometimes.
You can hear me?
Yeah. You're standing right here.
Competitive fishing, but it's not about catching. Competitive philosophy. Like in a Grecian or a Roman, like, forum, just an open forum to debate philosophy, but competitive fishing that is not catching. Because anybody that's gone fishing for a day knows it's not about catching the fish. It's just hanging out on the dock. Whoever's the most relaxed wins.
That's weird. I've got a major headache, but other than that, I feel okay.
Well, if we are going to get to the bottom of
Competitive
this,
catfishing.
the first thing we need to do is get out of here and find Luna.
That's okay, Clank. I'll handle this one.
think you got him, Ratchet.
I'm just getting started.
Alright, so Ratchet is fucked up and feral right now because they did experiments on him. We'll worry about that later. I've got plans in an hour, and I'd like to get like real food in my stomach before then. So I'm gonna call it here. I want to thank people for hanging out. I super appreciate it. You guys know I love just hanging out with people playing games. Yeah, this game's fucking awful. What do we have? Okay. What do we have? So we got that trophy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 competitive, the money mini games in Kingdom Hearts 2's Roxas part. Oh my god, the get money mini games, but like in real life, competitive skateboard mail delivery. Competitive skateboard mail delivery, competitive knocking the ball into the air, keeping the ball in the air. Oh my god, let's get some socials up. Oh my god. Ah, the cat's back. Alright, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out. Competitive struggle. Oh my god. That's like borderline fencing, but just more aggressive. I'm gonna pick up... I can actually just pick that up. Alright. Thought I just heard something. Alright. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out. If you want to know when I go live, following me on Twitch is the easiest way to know when I do it. At 100 followers, I am playing ET, so tell your friends. It's a free follow. I super appreciate it. Other ways to know when I go live, there are go live announcements in the Discord server where people vote on games that I play. The 2028 games looking pretty sick right about now. Ooh, stretch. All right. Yeah, the Discord servers where we vote on games that I play, general hangout, the gaming news that we do at the end of month. At the end of the month, there's kind of a little monthly wrap-up thing. Any sources that we cite, we put over there as we talk about them in the final, that last stream of the month. Trying to think what else. Kill All Film Majors. It's literally right up there on the screen. I'm fine. My movie podcast with my friend John. There's gonna be a Borderlands episode. We've already talked about it. We're seeing Borderlands tonight, actually. I've already seen it, but we're going as a group. So I'm gonna get to see Borderlands again. There's gonna be a Borderlands episode, and we're gonna talk about... There's tons of movies coming out, actually, that we're gonna go see. August is actually going to be a pretty big month for movie releases that we're going to see, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, I think that's it. The Discord, follow me on Twitch, Kill All Film Majors. If you want to say in what I play next, that's also a reason to join the Discord. If you have any gaming recommendations, there's just a games catalog. You can drop gaming recommendations there. I'm currently working through a backlog. What the hell was that? Okay, I think there's something going on outside, so I'm just gonna get out of here now. Be good, be kind, treat people the way that you want to be treated, and I'll catch you in the next one.